Right, young, let's go for day 22 here in New Zealand. Lockdown must be April 14th, 15th, 2020. The video I just got from Gina explaining the actual viral origins. We're looking at a ACE2 receptor, which requires which is in the heart and in the lungs. And then we've got some other parts to the virus, which means that it now spreads. So globally we're with this fever. So we basically got a load. Anyone that's our genetics are 35 years old is what we're genetically designed to live for. You know, when I say an average age of 18, that means that in the history of the last 200,000 or let's say 580 million years of DNA replication to where we are today through gametes, what that means is that anyone over 35 years of age is not saying it's on borrowed time. I'm 50. 70 is 70. Human beings have been known to live to 127. So anything over 35 means that the chances of having complications, so this virus does two things. One, it binds and replicates, and it does it in a way that we don't know why. Some people are asymptomatic, so we need antibody testing and antigen. So let's do this. Let's do it SARS-CoV-2. Let's do it for dummies. So you've just woken up and it's mid-April, it's 2020, and it's like, what's been going on? Well, a virus at the end of 2019 has spread, and it has come across the United States of America. Potentially they could have lost tens of thousands. At the moment we're past 20. We're hoping to put a cap on the deaths to about 60, and that's with what's called a lockdown, a state of emergency in all 50 states in the United States. We're in New Zealand and we're locked down here too, and 184 different countries of the world. So what we're doing at the moment by locking down is the virus only travels from human to human. So if I spit or breathe into and another person inhales that, then deep down in the lung is the ACE2 binding site. It will then join and then take over the cytoplasm of the cell, which if you've got the normal cell there, then you've got the nucleus there, the cytoplasm and the ribosomes, and they take the RNA out of the virus and then they start to replicate it, and then they form more viral. So we can have, let's say, 100 billion, an infectious person can have 100 billion viral coughs and stuff. People are catching it from a pen. For example, someone handed a person a pen to sign a check. That virus from an overseas person had coughed on that pen, gave it to a New Zealand person. They then rubbed their eye, play with their nose, touch their mouth like this, and then the virus is down into the lungs, and then that means that it multiplies and then they become infectious. So 14-day lockdown, could be longer, 21, but anyway, we're on a 14-day lockdown. So here we are. So what that does is human-to-human transmission. People can then get over it and they're not infectious anymore. And so we've been doing our shopping. There are workers, 2,000 workers in the United States. They didn't have enough masks, goggles and PP protective equipment, and so they've now passed it on. So I looked at a video. There's certain people, 72% of the deaths in Chicago came from 30% of the population. So people that are great fizzy drinkers and have got diabetes and they get SARS, their lungs fill up and turn into water balloons and they die. So it's affecting everyone. So that's the health state of the nation. Okay, we'll see what day 23